Today we are back with the Trailmaster, and it is going to get some goodies. Replacement jackshaft bearings, replacement jackshaft, rear drive gear, maybe a new chain, a new belt, a 7-inch headlight, and we're also going to get a chain tensioner on there so it stops eating out of my rear drive gear. Are you ready? I also found this miniature lion right here. Her name is Sissy. She's built like a barrel. Such a good puppers. Look at this miniature lion. Oh look, we've got another. Hello, hello. We have the trickster. You know all the tricks, huh? What a good baby. Some sissy butt for you. First thing we're starting off today is this little bike switch. I bought the wrong one, and basically these wires would like set on fire if I connected them to anything. Now this is the new one that I got, clearly for a motorcycle here, and the wires are actually worth something there, so nice. So we're gonna go ahead and take this little turd nugget off, put this good old boy back on. Oh yeah, look at that heftiness, so smooth. All right, the new switch is on, looking fancy, matching the colors, but I did forget the wiring diagram for this, so we're gonna have to look that up and find out what the hell's going on. Okay, so we have the switch on, but now we need to mount everything that needs to activate to the switch. So new headlight. We already have the front blinkers on, and we need to install the rear blinkers, but I forgot the extra wire, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, we finally got this light installed with no wiring diagram and an associate's degree in automotive technology. We got it done. Look at that beautiful wiring. Just kidding, it's a rat's nest. Hit it, baby. Yeah, it's low lights, high lights. Then we got the right blinker and the left blinker, and the other wires I have aren't long enough to reach to these back ones, so they'll be next time. So what we have this hooked up to, I actually completely avoided the charging system from the bike because I don't want to do any converting from AC, DC or whatever. We just have this hooked up to a 12-volt Makita battery, positive and negative, running to a switch, which turns everything on, except your brake lights are always on, so just for safety. Okay, next up is the jack shaft, and actually after we pulled off the drive gear, I noticed if you look really closely there, the keyway's been broken off, so that's also bad. But check out how horrible the chain's been chipping away at the old gear. Look at that. All those tooth marks just eating away at the inside of that gear. That's why you need a chain tensioner. This one, nice and clean, so fresh. Yes. Okay, so since that sprocket was stuck on there, we actually had to knock it out from the other side, as you can see. Come here. Come on. There we go. But again, gonna have to fix that before we can get that off. Sorry, it's a bit windy out. We're here in New Mexico, so we finally got it out, and look at this. That thing is definitely bent. We're gonna need a new one. I turned it on one time and the throttle was stuck open and it just started running away from me, or basically dragging me while I was trying to shut off the motor and not die. So looks like that's what happened. Also, while trying to hammer this off, we completely crumpled this in, which, like, surprising that would happen, but here we go. Move, sissy. Get out of here, little lion. Yay. So we got the sprocket off, and I think we can reuse this. I mean, it doesn't look damaged or broken. Okay, so it may have been the worst decision ever, but I flipped it over, reversed it, and hammered it back in. Look, it's perfectly straight and brand new again. We will see how that idea goes. All right, guys, look like that idea was golden. Went perfect. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just replace it again if that snaps, so whatever. So we just ran a long rod from one side to the other and knocked out those bearings. Here's the old bearings. It was super easy. So we're gonna try and use a little science, put these in the freezer for like 20-25 minutes, and then we're gonna come back in there. Hopefully they just slide right in because, you know, cold makes everything shrink. While we're waiting on those bearings, we're gonna go ahead and change out these springs in here, because we have the green spring in here that I want in here, and that's the red spring. All right, we'll see how this goes because we don't have the right tools. Oh, damn, that was close.
All right, is this gonna try to fly out at us?
No, maybe.
Oh, damn, hold on. Let me get back on. I feel like it's gonna be a rocket.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, problem solved. Okay, now it's always a problem getting this turd off.
It's always a problem getting shit back on, too.
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, after some excessive work, that spring has been changed onto the new driven gear, and the sprocket's back on the original jack shaft. Now we're gonna go check on those bearings and see if we can just shove them right in there. Okay, so it was cold enough to like pre-slip it in here, which, because that was uneven, but we are able to kind of just jam that right there. Here we go, everybody. Oh my God. Jesus, that was golden. All right, so this side is gonna be a little bit more difficult because I don't know if we can fit the 2x4 in there. We can, and we shall. This side is being a dick. Right, so we got both of those in. Now, we are gonna do this guy and see how well this new one goes in. Boy, is this gonna be fun. Give me a minute. A couple of light sledges, we're all the way back in, and looks like we're gonna start wrapping it back up, put the chain tensioner on, and be good. Okay, so we're almost there. Driven gear is back on. Haven't tightened the bolt yet. Chain's back on. Got the rear set. Now we're gonna install this chain tensioner and see just how well that goes. Oh, this is not gonna be as easy as I thought. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Here. Nope. Yeah. Get in there. Good deal. Make sure they're not busted. Perfect, like a horrible Walmart skateboard wheel. Okay, so after we got it all back together, we started looking at putting the chain tensioner on, and we had to take it back apart. Anyways, so we're gonna get the chain tensioner right here, and it's gonna have some pressure to hold that chain down or up. I can't remember which direction, but we're gonna try and weld this on and see how it goes. So I'll check back with you when we're done. I clearly don't look directly into it, but maybe through a camera's fine. Let's check that out. Okay, we have our chain tightening apparatus on here. This can still move freely. Obviously, this bolt is holding tension against this bolt so that it's not squeezed against the frame here and still has the ability to float up and down. We do have to pop a spring on here, so I'm gonna have to pull that stuff off and do that again. Alrighty, so we had to remodify it again because if you notice, when the bolts were over here last time, they would have been directly in the way of the chain and how that's set up. See, so we had to cut it and then weld a washer on there. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, weld a washer on there. It took forever, but we got it done, and it's a working method, so great. Okay, so with the chain and everything, I mean, we're clearing it. You see that? It's clearing. Definitely for sure working. Oh, look at that. So smooth. No failure. It doesn't want to pop off. I mean, but it's super close there. So we're going to call it awesome because we welded it on there, so it's on there forever. Okay, you guys, everything is finally all buckled back up. Even got the gas tank back on. Lights are working. Only the front blinkers are working. Check that out. Bam. Bam, that side. Oh, what is that? You got your brights on already? Smashing awesome. Yeah, this bike is pretty. We're gonna take this for a ride when it's dark, see just how good these lights are. Okay, we got her a little warmed up. We're gonna take her for a ride, see how this goes. So I just want to double check everything because like half of it was fabricated. So, I mean, everything's still straight. Belt was still on. I didn't hear any wiggling or squealing. Chain's still good. Tensioner's still on. I mean, I almost dumped it a few times and stayed on, so that was pretty good. We also hit about 40 or so. So happy with the fab.